Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm writing to Hinduism on evil and suffering, Hinduism teachings. Why does Hinduism teach about evil and suffering? I think we should be teaching that. We want to teach that to avoid it. That's pretty typical stuff. So, this should not be a question necessarily, but let's hear what Lakhani has to say.
Again, the theory of evolution gives us a better handle on why there is something we call evil. Why? The Indian religion, all the four Indians don't believe in intrinsic evil. There's some external monster, devil saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to mess you up. There's no such thing in the Indian religion. All the four Indian religions, there are no such, intrinsic devil or evil in the Indian traditions, Indian religions. Then why are some people so vicious and vindictive and dangerous and kill, serial killer? What the heck are they? Who are they? The Hindu says this is the idea. As we came out of the animal kingdom, we have come out of the animal kingdom. The hardware we possess has been been chiseled by natural selection. We agree. But the thing that actually occupies this hardware when you're born, the software I'm saying, comes through reincarnation. It's a character you develop in your past life that stays with you and reveals itself in this new body. So we agree with Darwin that the hardware is chiseled by natural selection, but we said the software that occupies this comes through reincarnation. So there is pretty good research on this, very positive, and it's for real. Now the issue is this. As you come out, all of us have come out from the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, idea of viciousness, vindictiveness, killing for the killing or being killed was natural. Survival of the fittest was the name of the game. Now that particular characteristic stays in the human psyche. And when that person, that animal slowly enters into the human kingdom, he continues to have those viciousness, vindictive traits in him. They're not evil. That's how they survived in the animal kingdom. So when you see it in that light, you see it in a different way. Then you see when you see some very vicious fellow, well, I look at him and say, well, just been promoted from the animal kingdom, so be it. He's going to be rough like that until it becomes more softened up by being reincarnated as a human being again and again. Then it softens up. Instead of, the idea of survival of the fittest, you say, help the weakest. See the difference? Instead of competition becomes cooperation. See the human kingdom. So this is how evolution continues. But we have no intrinsic evil or devil in the Indian traditions.
That's a pretty short one. So, so I get it. So it's essentially just part of nature. The reason why we are the way we are is essentially nature. Um, it's not necessarily an evil thing, but it's more. I get it. How do I say? Someone to someone else, it could either be because they're hungry. So, when they go in a store, they rob people, and someone ends up being, it's because they're hungry, because they're jealous, because you're competition. That kind of encompasses a lot of things. You being a competition, or you being in the way, and this is all technically survival things from nature itself. I get that now. Um, I never really thought about asking this, honestly. Did I believe in evil and suffering? Yeah, of course, suffering, but evil, like bad, I did. Now here, with Lakhani saying this is interesting. I would love to hear what the other gurus and swamis have to say about evil. Not necessarily suffering. I know, I know that's everything about. About life in general, but evil. Um, in a lot of parts of the world, evil is just doing bad things, but it's bad because it's bad. Whereas, as far as I'm understanding here, it's not bad. It's just it's. It is, but it isn't, and it's to mean that it's because of survival. Whenever you live in an animal kingdom, it's very harsh survival. It's kill or be killed kind of thing, eat or be eaten, and you know, you're trying to ensure that you survive. So you take these attributes, these whatever you want to call them. There is a word for it. I just can't think of it at the moment. They translate whenever you graduate into a human body. These things come to you, and instincts will take over. Um, so you end up having this. survival instincts in the human world where it's not necessarily per se. But this is the thing though that I just about this that I was thinking about. I just don't quite understand is the sheer fact that these traits that follow you specifically. It's like it's I don't have anything. It's like in a little bottle that says, "Here you go." You pass it on to the animal, then you pass it on to the human, then you pass it on to your next human life, and you keep passing this ball of your accumulation into this new human, which is like, how does it know to keep it all together with all the other stuff out there? That's the thing I still don't understand. Considering that I understand that if I don't think about Advaita Vedanta, it's like these individual things that are floating out there being reborn into new bodies. But in terms of Advaita Vedanta, where there's no secondary thing, it's it's all the same thing. It's the problem. It's all one, should I say? Actually, it's all one. So there's no individual balls of you, of your special things that you've grown up throughout the entirety of history, that it comes out of me and it goes into the next body. So that's the thing that I just don't understand. How does it do that? How does that function work? Even though technically speaking, I don't think it matters because ultimately there is no individual balls of you or me out there. So that's the kind of thing that kind of confuses me because there's still this duality um, of you being reborn, and then the oneness of everything. If there's no you, if there's only oneness, then there is no you. How can there be you if there's only oneness? Hopefully that makes sense. Let me try to explain that a little bit differently. How can there be multiple little things if there's only one thing? I guess that's a good another way of explaining it. How can there be me and you if there is only one thing, which is everything, essentially. Don't get too tied up in terms of technical words, but understand the meaning I mean behind it. Because I know people have issues. Some people have issues when I say Brahman is everything, which is not really the right way. But to me, it's the same as in Brahman is, or Brahman only is. Now, I mean, for me right now, they're both the same. So, I mean, if you explain to me why if you say everything and Brahman is different, you'd have to really explain that part because everything doesn't exclude anything. So, it's the same thing. Um, I think that's it for this one so far. I was hoping a little bit more details, but actually he did explain it pretty good, at least for me. Again, there's no such thing as evil. It's just survival instincts that has been transported from rebirth, from the animal kingdom to the human kingdom, and then I guess it's kind of weird that if we go back to the animal kingdom and back into the human kingdom again. Tonight's my reaction to Hinduism and evil and suffering. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.